live here at my studio in New York City. I'm so excited to have you here. And today, girlfriends, we are going to talk about Italian petite style. It is one of my absolute favorite topics of conversation because I myself am a petite. I'm 5'3.5". Don't take away my half. I also am obsessed with Italian style. I go to Italy. I've traveled to Italy quite a few times already. And I go there because there is such an incredible sense of style that I feel is relatable, that is doable, and most of all, proves to me that petite women do not have to compromise on style. And so today I'm going to share with you the top secrets that I have learned that I use in my own styling wardrobe, that I also use to design clothing specifically for my collection, and that I use for my clients that I consult with. And these tips have worked and they've worked wonders. So, welcome to my channel, girlfriends. If you are new to me, I do lives on Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, right now, and on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And this is really an open conversation. This is about where you get to come and ask all your questions and connect with me, see the collection, and have fun. This is a no pressure zone. This is a absolute no pressure zone. This is where you come for fun. So what you will notice is that some of the products that I'm talking about will be at the bottom of the screen, or not just below the video. There's also, you can click the shop button, which is next to the share button, and see the products that I'm talking about. They are from my collection or accessories that I've brought back from Italy. And you can also check the links inside of the description. But again, saying all of that is there for you only if you're really interested. So let's get stuck into the tips. I'm super excited to have you here. Let me know if you are in the room. Unfortunately, the chat doesn't stay up on my screen. I'm gonna have to speak to YouTube about that. Okay, so girlfriends, also this is a new wrap dress in the color black. So many of my clients have been asking about this, and really it was in thinking about Italian style and in thinking about what I'd like to create more of for the summertime and for the summer collection. And this is one of the pieces that I came up with. And the reason being is because Italian women are not afraid of wearing color and print. So we're going to talk about that. Is one of the tips. I have quite a few more, and I'm excited to get started. So let's do it. So the first thing, the most important thing here. Hello, Jessica. So I know, how fun is this dress? I did it this. You know what? Okay, so quickly before I start the tips, girlfriends, I'm going to start the tips. But before I start the tips, when I go to QVC on the train to and from, it's a 2 and a bit hour train ride. It helps me to come down and to think about things. And this is where I got the inspiration from. This is the color block, the two different colors, and I'm just absolutely loving it. It's super exciting, and it encapsulates some of the tips I'm going to be sharing with you today about Italian style. So first of all, I just want to say that the pictures in the thumbnail are actual photographs that I took. One was a selfie of myself in Rome. The other are women that I saw along the way. One, I did a little sneak peek. The middle one, I did a little sneak peek of her. She didn't know I was photographing her. The other, I actually asked her, and she obliged very gratefully. And these are women who are over 40. Because girlfriends, let's be honest, okay? When we were petite in our 20s, maybe even early 30s, maybe we were wearing different clothes and we were comfortable to wear different kinds of clothes. Now that we're getting a little bit older, maybe we've had babies, maybe we've gone through different body changes, going through perimenopause, like what I am, our bodies are shifting and changing. And so our bugbears are normally not just about, I'm petite and clothes never fit me and I'm having to spend a lot of money on expensive alterations. But they also go things like, I don't like my upper arms, or should women over 40 show skin, or I don't like my tummy, or my ass is just feeling like it's too big, or maybe my ass is feeling flatter than it used to and I have no ass anymore. So these are the kind of things that I hear women talk about all the time. And so when I'm going to be speaking about petite style, I'm talking as a whole. I'm not just talking about how to make yourself look taller without wearing uncomfortable shoes, but I'm talking about how do you elongate your shape? How do you make yourself look slimmer? How do you make yourself look and feel fabulous? That is what it's about. And I have to tell you, girlfriends, that the first time that I went to Italy, which was in 2016, I was shocked at how short, I'm just going to call it short because these women in Italy are short. And the first place I went to was Milan. And even my husband said to me, he goes, "Oh my goodness, Tracy, you like tower over all these women." And I was wearing flat shoes. And I was like, "Oh, I, I really do." And I felt really tall. It was wonderful. But the reality of it is that these women, while they are very short, let me tell you, girls, they do not compromise on their style. I mean, I feel like everybody talks about French style. I feel like move on from French style and welcome to Italian style because it is phenomenal. And I'm going to talk about the things subsequently that I have realized in my quite a few trips already now to Italy. These are the things that I've realized. So the first thing that you will notice about Italian women, and this is the case on all the photographs on the thumbnail as well, is that Italian women make it look effortless. They really do. So I'm going to show you some examples. I'm actually just going to show you some examples. So these are photographs that I took along the way in while I was in Rome on my recent trip. And you can see this woman here. I mean, she looks like she's just going shopping. She's going to go and do her grocery shopping. I mean, nothing really spectacular. She doesn't look like she's going for lunch. She doesn't look like she's going for a special occasion. She looks so effortless. This was literally in the streets of Rome. Okay. The other one I want to show you, this woman to me is just so gorgeous. I actually captured a photograph of her. This you'll see on the thumbnail. There we go. And this is just her saying goodbye. She's turning around and finishing, and she was meeting with some people. Look at how fabulous she looks. And she just looks effortless. The Italian women have this way of making things look completely effortless. These are two women that I got from behind. Now, the one woman definitely isn't petite, but the one is. And again, these are definitely women over the age of 40, I could tell. And the shoes match the dress, and it's this kind of effortless style. Now, I don't actually believe that it's effortless. I don't really believe that style in general is effortless. I think what it is it's about having, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you what the style is, and then I'm going to give you some practical tips that you can implement in your wardrobe today. I think that it is about knowing your perfect pieces, having just a few really beautiful pieces that work for your body shape, that work for your personal style, that you can just throw on and it looks amazing. Now, let me say to you that Italians do not have this kind of belief that I feel a lot of Americans have, is more is better. They don't seem to have that. In fact, especially in the cities like it is in New York City, we have very small closets. We don't have a lot of space. Walk-in closet, good luck with that. You know what I mean? It just doesn't often exist here in New York City. And it doesn't exist in these cities as well because their places are very tiny. So they have very limited space. And I've been in quite a few homes. I've been in Airbnbs where these are their apartments. And girlfriends, there's not a lot of closet space. There just isn't. And so, what the Italians tend to do is they tend to choose pieces that they really love and they have fewer of, but they have good quality. So, the first tip is to determine what really works for you and then to rather invest in a few good pieces that you can throw on that look good on you, and it doesn't matter where you're going. So in the case of the woman having a jumpsuit, she could just simply throw on a jumpsuit, and I'm going to give you an example of that. So as I'm going to because as I'm going, I'm going to be sharing some real practical examples. A jumpsuit is one of these things that I really love because it is a one piece. Now, granted, it's not the easiest piece to actually design as a designer, but I feel like I've done a really good job of it, and it's adjustable and really easy to fit. So I'm going to step out the shot real quickly and just change into this jumpsuit. And this is going to be a great example of how you could literally have a very simple piece that you can throw on. And then you can either be going down to the grocery store like that woman was in the street, or you could be going to a summer party with friends, or lunch, or a date night, or running the kids around, or in the playground with your daughter or your son. It doesn't matter. And you just look fabulous. Look at how quickly I was able to just pop this on. And it's easy because it's a drawstring in the neckline. See, everything that I design is about ease. It's about being able to wear it easily. It's about being able to adjust it to your body shape and your height. So, by the way, that's the other thing, is that everything can be customized for your height. So, girlfriends, this is like the perfect kind of piece that you could have. Now, I'm just going to back this away a little bit because I want you to see the full length. There we go. I want you to see it full length. Now, the cool thing about this is that it has got some shape. Another thing that Italian women are really known for is that, especially as being women over 40, they are not afraid to show their body shape. But it is about learning what suits your shape, right? So if you don't know what suits your shape, that's the number one thing. And often what we think is what suits our shape isn't always what suits our shape, because we've been told a whole bunch of really crazy rules, especially those of us who are this generation, about what women over 40 can and cannot wear, what is suitable, what is appropriate, all that kind of thing. And so sometimes it's worthwhile really doing a little bit of a deep dive to figure out what your personal style is, what suits your body shape, and what you feel comfortable to wear, because it will give you confidence when you want to invest in some of those simple pieces. Now, the wonderful thing about this jumpsuit is that it can be worn in multiple ways. So you could just wear it exactly like this, put your hair up, maybe have some really fun earrings. That's the other thing, is that Italian women are not afraid to accessorize, but it generally is like one statement piece, right? It isn't a whole bunch of different pieces. It's really carefully chosen. The other thing that you can do is that you could just belt this. You could pop a belt on here. Now, I like to just fold it over because I feel like it gives it an illusion that it's a dress. But if I wanted to dress it up a little bit, I want to go for dinner, I want to do something else, I can simply just pop on a belt and it looks amazing. It just gives it a more streamlined look. What I can also do is tie these ties here if I want it to be quite cheeky and quite fun. I can do that. But the thing is that if I want to really elongate my body, if I want to make myself look really tall, I'm going to keep it down and I'm going to wear a platform shoe. This is the next thing. Women in Italy, this is what I have found specifically in the cities, and I've mostly spent time in the cities, although I have been to like Siena, Tuscany, that kind of thing. The women are not hobbling around in uncomfortable shoes. They just aren't. They have cobblestone streets. You can forget. I mean, even these, I cannot wear these in Italy. I have to wear something more like this kind of platform where it's a little bit lower than the platforms that I wear in New York City, because of the cobble streets, because of the way that the cobble streets kind of make you wobble, right? So when I was in Milan, there was this huge trend, and this was in 2016. It has continued though, but the trend had just hit of these platform sneakers. And everything that I had read about Italian style was like, oh, Italian women don't wear sneakers. Let me tell you, Italian women wear sneakers, but they don't wear shoddy sneakers. They wear fabulous sneakers. They wear ones that look like really fashionable shoes or beautiful shoes. And so this is the next thing is to find those really comfortable, like super comfortable platform sneaker type shoe or just platform shoe that you really love that will give you that height but not be uncomfortable. And so girls, I have to tell you, I'm pretty lazy. Like I love beautiful shoes. I really do. I'm watching Sex in the City at the moment and Carrie Bradshaw with her crazy heels. Let me tell you, there's just no way you can do subways in the shoes that she used to wear. She always catches taxis and there's a reason for that, which is then the extra cost to the designer shoes she's already bought, right? There is an extra cost to that. But if you're going subways, if you're going buses, if you're walking in the streets, you can forget wearing uncomfortable high heel shoes in New York. And it's especially true in Italy because of their cobbled streets. They have these cobbled streets, which stilettos just don't exist. I mean, like, how on earth do you wear them? There's just no way. And in fact, I remember the one night my husband and I went out to this amazing club pub kind of place in Siena. And I mean, you can't even get parking in Siena. You have to park outside and then walk, and it's walking uphill on cobbled streets. All right. So, what was quite cute was that I would see these women arrive with their little extra shoe bag, so they would wear their normal, like comfortable shoes to walk to the place, and then they'd switch their shoes out so that they could wear their high heel shoes in the club. And that was really cute, and it just proved to me that women are very practical. We have to be practical, and I think as we get older, I don't know about you, but I'm 50 years old. I do not want to wear uncomfortable shoes. Forget it. Just not for me. Okay. So that's the next thing is to really find good shoes that you're going to love. Accessorizing. That's the other thing that women in Italy do, and they do exceptionally well. So they would choose something like one really fun piece. Okay, so one really statement piece, or sometimes it's like keeping the rest classic and going with something statement. So, as an example, if I'm going to dress this, let me just wear this down. If I'm going to accessorize this outfit, probably what I would do is I would keep it pretty simple because already there's a lot going on here. I would have simple, maybe just a cuff bracelet, okay? Or maybe just a statement ring. Let's do it like this. So I would probably do maybe just a statement ring that works really well. And then my bag. So they love good quality bags, really good quality bags. This would be, if I was having if I needed a tote bag, I could wear a really good basic leather tote bag. This is actually from Patricia Nash. I represent Patricia Nash on QVC. This is not sponsored, by the way, in any way, shape, or form, but she is also very inspired by Italian style and has really beautiful Italian leather bags that are not hard on the pocket. So you could have a really great, beautiful tote bag, very simple, maybe a simple crossbody bag. So, they're Italian women they do investment buy on a designer bag, maybe on a designer belt or something like that. But they keep it fairly simple and there'll be this mixture. So this is the other thing. They have a mixture of really fashionable things and then really classic things. So let me give you another example of one of the things that I noticed around Italian style. And I'm going to shift focus now. I'm going to change my outfit. And by the way, these products that both this ring, this is actually from Rome. I have a couple of different options as well, really beautiful ones. They are listed in the products below. There you can see them. They're adjustable, which makes them really special because that way they will always fit your finger. Okay, so let me just step out of this one and into the next. And this is actually a dress that I wore in Rome when I was there in September. It was still hot. It was really, really hot for most of the time that I was there, even though it was the end of September. And so I wanted something really easy breezy, cool, but that gave me some sun coverage because I was out all day, right? So this is one of the dresses that I wore. I had people asking me for directions in Italian. And I had people stop me and ask me for directions, like I knew where I was going. So I feel like I kind of got the Italian style. I think I was doing well with it. So this is one of the dresses, and let me say to you girls that Italian women, and this is the other thing, Italian women are not afraid of color and print. In fact, they love it. If I were to show you, and I don't know if I have really good pictures. Let me just see if I do. Yeah. So this was during the fall, like, going into fall. But these are the kind of windows that I saw. Really very colorful, lots of print, lots of texture, lots of fun with that. They are not afraid of color and print. They relish in it. And it doesn't necessarily mean, hold a second, I'm just going to try and put these in, even though I have my AirPods in. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're wearing it all at one time, but that they will choose one really beautiful dress and then keep things pretty simple otherwise, right? So now that doesn't mean that if you're a more is more is more kind of girl that you shouldn't do that. Not at all. But they do tend to do that, and they are not afraid to show some skin. Oops, hold on, just a sec. Hold on. Just let me take this AirPod out because this is not working. Hold on, I'm going to show you now. Okay. Okay, here we go. So this is the dress that I wore, and I wore it as like off the shoulder, and then I wore it with these earrings that I got. Now these are not for sale. Just let me be honest, they are not for sale. I got them as a one of a kind piece in Rome. I absolutely love them. But this is a good example, right? You have this beautiful kind of print, really fun dress, and then I'm just going to wear the earrings. I'm not going to wear the earrings plus a whole bunch of other things. I may have this simple ring that I wear with it, but other than that, I kept this look very simple, very streamlined. I had beautiful gold shoes that I was wearing at the time, and I just felt really fabulous. This is a great example of how Italian women will dress, and they're not afraid to show some shape. Now, showing shape doesn't mean that you have to wear things super fitted, right? Now, although this dress can be belted, it absolutely can be belted, it can also not be belted. And that's actually how I wore it. I wore it not belted. I just squish all of this little volume here into the front, let it go fall down the body, and then either just do one off the shoulder like this or off the shoulder like that, and or across the two shoulders. And the thing is that this has got some shape. So wearing shape doesn't mean wearing tight fitting clothes. We often, as women, think in extremes. We think, well, either we must wear something super tight or we must wear it super baggy. Well, that isn't true because there's a whole bunch in between that can work with that. And this is a great example of how you can wear something that has shape to it, that still has a beautiful kind of soft feel, that if you're having a bloated day, no one is going to be the wiser. The other thing that you may notice is that it is a short dress. Now, as a petite woman, let me say that if you are comfortable to show some leg, it definitely helps. Okay, it definitely helps to show off some leg, and that may be that you just have it just above the knee, or just on the knee, or even just below the knee. But either way, if you can show some of your leg, that is awesome. If you can wear that with a nice platform shoe, fabulous. That will really elevate you and give you a much longer kind of look. It'll create this illusion of looking taller and slimmer instantly, and you're not wearing anything that is uncomfortable. And that's the other thing, is that when I've been to Italy, around the different parts of Italy, I don't see women walking around with super uncomfortable looking clothing, especially as we become, we get a little bit older. I don't know about you, but I have like zero tolerance for discomfort. I really don't. I can do it for a few minutes if I need to, say on QVC. If I'm needing to wear specific underwear underneath something, that's fine. But for my everyday wear, I want to be comfortable. I really, really do. So those are the kind of things that you can be looking for. So let's just look at it. Let's just review quickly. Have fewer but better fitting clothes. It's not about having a lot of clothes, girlfriends. And I find that sometimes what happens is that we go and spend a ton of money trying to find the perfect pair of pants. And we'll maybe have 10 pairs of pants, but one or two fits us really well. And maybe you've bought each pair at like maybe $100 a pair, maybe less than that. But then you spend almost a grand on pants that don't fit you. Rather invest in two really good, well-fitting pants, and it may cost you the same amount, but it's worth it because you wear them and you wear them and wear them and wear them and wear them time and time again. So that's the first thing. The second thing is to not feel like you have to be limited in style because you're petite, because you don't have to be. Italian women have proven that to us. Don't be afraid of print and color. Print, by the way, disguises a multitude of things. I am designing in solid colors, and it is much harder. You do have to watch what underwear you wear. I'm having to invest in other underwear because it doesn't matter how good the fabric is. You still do need to be more aware of panty lines than you do in a printed fabric. Printed fabric, you don't have to worry about panty lines. Solid color, you absolutely do have to worry about panty lines. Even if the shape of it is really good and the fabric isn't clinging. That's a whole nother discussion we can have. The next thing is to show a bit of skin. Have some fun with showing some skin. Women over 40 in Italy are comfortable with showing a little bit of skin, but they show a little bit at a time. And in fact, I found this even for younger people. So even the younger women, there was a girl on the bus one time and she was wearing a little crop top and it would have this slither of skin sticking out, or sometimes even quite a bit of skin sticking out. But the rest of her was like a nice pair of almost boyfriend kind of jeans. So she balanced it out by showing a little bit of skin and then the rest was covered. So that's the thing, is have fun showing some skin. Like I would do, a little bit of an off the shoulder, a little bit of, some showing some leg, but the rest of my body is covered. There isn't a lot. It isn't like cleavage plus a very short skirt plus everything's like super fitted, right? Or super tight, shall I say. It's about the balancing of that. And then let's talk about some different kinds of shapes and ways in which you can show your shape in a way that doesn't make you feel uncomfortable. So I'm going to slip into this one. This was actually inspired by my Italy trip, and I call it the Italian wrap dress in blue, and it's in a blue multi print, and you'll see what I mean. Now, this is the dress that I'm wearing on the thumbnail, and I absolutely love this. I wore this to death in Italy. I really did on my last trip because it's a beautiful, breathable fabric. It's made of 100% viscose. It is super comfortable, and it also epitomizes what we're talking about: having some shape, not being afraid of color and print, showing a little bit of skin, but not too much. And this does that, right? This gives you really nice shape. The wonderful thing about a wrap dress is that if it's a good wrap dress, it's going to give you some nice waist definition. The print is going to cover up whatever is going on underneath, and you still can look and feel fabulous. And you can feel like yourself. You can feel comfortable, and you could throw this on and go anywhere. So making things look effortless is not actually about it being effortless in the beginning. The effort is in the planning. The effort is in figuring out what suits your body shape, figuring out what suits your height, figuring out what represents your personal style so that you make good fashion choices and purchases so that you fill your wardrobe with things that you literally can throw on love and look good in. Now, what I also love to do, a Tracy Gold video is not a Tracy Gold video until I've spoken about belting. Don't we know it, girlfriends? Let me just get the navy one because the navy one is my favorite at the moment. The navy is my favorite. But belting is a great way to really emphasize your waist and to give you that sense of curve without having to necessarily show a lot, right? So this is a great way. I could just do a double belt, which I definitely do in this dress because I don't have much of a waist and I want that waist definition. What's really fun is that this belt can actually be made a little narrower if you need it to be. So this is a little belt in and of itself there, but you can actually take this belt and just fold it over a little bit, and then it turns into a narrower belt. Look at that. So if you've got a short waist and you feel like a very wide belt is going to take up too much room and it's going to not give you the definition that you're looking for, you can just create it as a little, as Laura calls it, a little baby belt. And this can be really fun. Again, I'm wearing platform shoes. I'm keeping it really simple and really easy. I can run for the train in these shoes. And that is my criteria. If I cannot walk super fast, if I cannot run to get the train because I live in New York City, I don't buy them. Shoes are so important for comfort, girlfriends, and they also can be really important for elongating and making yourself look taller and slimmer. They are fantastic, but you do need to be particular and ask yourself this question. If you're going to get a pair of shoes and you love them and you feel like they're going to give you a Carrie Bradshaw moment, but you're not going to be able to do the things that you need to do in your life in them, unless they are just for a special occasion that you're happy to spend that money on, forgo them. Seriously, don't have a wardrobe full of shoes that you don't wear. I actually really downsized my shoes when I came to New York. I had to, and then the only ones that I've bought have been ones that I are really comfortable and that I can wear all the time. And those are the shoes I wear all the time. You will have known I have these in different colors because I'm not even that exciting about my shoes. Mm. Okay, so let's talk about the other thing, which is length of dress. And so this is always a thing because women are very nervous. I have done some videos recently in the last week around what is the perfect length for a woman who is petite? What is the perfect dress and skirt length? And let me say to you that an asymmetrical hem, and this is not particularly an Italian thing, this is just something I'm adding in, but an asymmetrical hem will make you look taller. So this has got a triangle hem, so it shows a little bit of leg there, but the triangle creates this elongated look. And in principle, it kind of works with the whole Italian thing, right? Because a lot of Italian women are petite. A lot of them want to create this elongated look, and this is a great way to do it. Plus the platform shoes. But what if you want to show a little bit more leg? Well, you can do that. And I'm a great believer that if you are comfortable to show some leg, it's a good strategy as a petite woman. So I'm going to quickly slip back into this one. And let me know, girlfriends, if you have any questions, feel free to ask inside of the comments. I will just quickly pop that up and see if there are comments that I miss as I get changed. That's the only thing is that doing these videos directly on YouTube means that the comments don't stay for me to see. So sometimes I miss them, which is such a shame. Okay, there we go. All right. So this is another example. This is actually the wrap dress in what looks like a denim fabric. So this actually looks like denim, but it isn't. It's a beautiful viscose fabric that is breathable, that works like a charm. And, a little bit of a sleeve, really fun, a little bit of a platform shoe. And I saw a lot of these kinds of these kinds of dresses being worn in Rome. So where families were going to go and have a lovely lunch and it was super hot out, you'd find a woman in just a beautiful dress and a lovely sandal, and that would be her Sunday thing. Not so much about like jeans and t-shirts, not so much about shorts and things, although they do wear them, but they always wear them with such great style. And again, it's having things in your wardrobe that will give you various different kinds of wearing opportunities, right? So, hello, let me just see. Sorry, I just saw something. Happy visit. Hello, Velsahan. Good to see you. Yeah, so this is a really easy piece that you could wear simply for having lunch with friends or with your family. You could wear this to work. So again, it's having those easy pieces that in your wardrobe, they're going to make you feel fabulous, but you can throw them on and you don't have to do much, right? This is a simple wrap dress. It has a lot of wrap to it, and it's a really easy piece. You also don't have to worry too much about your underwear underneath if it is in a printed dress. So that's the benefit. Now, if you're more of a solid girl, I'll show you a solid option, and this is just brand new. I mean, this is something that I've just done literally this morning. Okay, I'm going to come back to this. I'm very excited about it. But I have to tell you, girls, is that when you wear solid colors, and this is just the reality of the situation, when you wear solid colors, you do have to watch your underwear situation. So there are some amazing underwear brands out there that give you like no panty lines and they are comfortable and easy to wear. This is the color block. I literally just did this morning. So this is the color block wrap dress and you can see by how much, can you see how much wrap there is in this dress? It's not going to fly open. It's going to keep you covered, but it looks so cool. And I absolutely love it. I'm obsessed with that color black wrap. Well, Jess, literally, I decided to give it a try. And a lot of the reason why I've been able to try these things is also the underwear situation. So I've actually gone and got it. It was Laura that recommended Newwow. It's Neiwai, and they have got the most amazing, comfortable, no panty lines underwear. Like it's just so Spanx has got some that have got they're the undetectable, something like that. They have a panel for the tummy, which is very helpful, but they're not comfortable for every day, in my opinion. They're fairly comfortable, but I wouldn't sleep in them. They're not that comfortable for every day. But the ones from Newell is are freaking amazing. And I discovered that they have some cotton ones as well that I've ordered and I'm waiting for. And I just wash and wear. Like wash and wear, wash and wear, wash and wear, because they're super comfortable. They're a nice brief. They haven't got lines. This is not sponsored, girlfriends. I'm just telling you, I'm just sharing the information because the information was shared with me. And I have to tell you, I'm very happy with the results. Now, okay, just let me say that when you have a wrap dress, you are going to, at the back, you're going to have to just check and see where the excess is going because you want to make sure that it looks good. Okay. So this is something that I'm quite bad at in my own wardrobe. I tend to just wrap and go. But when you're wearing it in a solid color and it's a slightly thicker fabric because it is a solid, if this is too thin, it's going to cling all in the wrong places. But you can even see, and I mean, I am a bit bloated. I'm not noticing anything. It's amazing. The thick fabric works really well, but it gives you that high waist. It gives you that fit nicely up in the waist, and then it just goes over the body. And it's in a triangle shape. So what you're looking for is things that go fit in the waist and then flare at the hem. Because look at the difference what that does. Can you see how that doesn't do much? That actually makes my hips look wider and my tummy look wider. Whereas when it has that flare, it's really easy. And this again comes down to Italian style because Italian women are all about comfort and style at the same time. They're about having a few pieces in your wardrobe that you can throw on that you really love. They're about mixing up a little bit of fashion. They're very fashion conscious, especially in Milan, very fashion conscious. They'll have some of the really top fashion things and then some of the things that are just a little bit more classic. So it just depends on you what is classic for you and what is really worthwhile investing in. But for me, when it comes to clothing, especially as being a petite woman, to have clothes that can fit you perfectly first time, to be the perfect length for you, and that you don't have to worry about it being uncomfortable or showing things that you don't want it to show, girlfriend, that is, I mean, in my opinion, that is worth spending a little bit of money on. It's worth spending a little bit more on that and a little less on accessories, a little more on clothes that really make you feel fabulous, and a little less on maybe a designer bag when you can get a beautiful bag that does the job. You know, it depends. I mean, maybe you have money for both, maybe your budget will work for both, but often it is about deciding what's most important. What are the things that you have a hard time finding? Mm, and what are the pain points in your wardrobe? What are the things that you really want that you struggle to find that fit you? And how much money are you spending on things that you don't wear? And how much money are you spending on things that you have to go and pay to have them altered because they don't fit you properly? So, those are kind of things that you want to look at and you want to give some thought. So, I hope this is really helpful, girls. If you are interested in any of the pieces, feel free to take a look in the shop below. This is not there yet because it literally, I just created it this morning. So it still has to be photographed and put up. It will be able to be in different colors as well. So you can choose different color combinations. Like you'd be able to choose the green. You could do a green and cobalt like this one. But I have to say, this color combo of the red and teal, oh, so good. So you could do this one and that. So you could do the wrap, that would be fine. But this is just, oh, this color combination to me is just so fabulous. It's teal and red, teal and red, and the red is very limited. The fabric is very limited. Okay, so ladies, I will hopefully have this up soon. Feel free to continue to watch my lives and come on back and see what I have that's new. Better yet, if you subscribe to my newsletter, you can go on to tracygoldnewyork.com or even just click on any of the products below. You'll be able to see, and it will take you to a sign up form. And that way I can keep you in the loop with all the latest styles, all the latest things that are coming. Sometimes I do some styles, I do them live and then they sell out and I don't even put them on the website. So it really is beneficial for you to come on live and to see these things and to be in the know. So I have an SMS list and I have an email list. So ladies, feel free to let me know. Are there any questions of the people that are here? Because I can see that there are. Jessica. Ah. Well, it is, listen, it is just one of those beautiful, it is about figuring things out, right? I love it though. I'm very excited about this wrap dress. It is just such a beautiful piece. And I love the fact that it has the sleeves, the same sleeve, but different. Yeah. Anyway, let me know what you think. All right, ladies, have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.